last night. Don't worry, we've got you covered. But until then, looking collectively at the composition, it is a very old school G2 comp. The ability to play 1-3-1 if they want, a style that a lot of you saw that G2 had made their way up there. Here goes Selfmade.
Poke hits the wall, Selfmade goes in, Perks is ticking down, and First Blood FNATIC. Reckless secures it. Too proactive from Mickey as Selfmade comes down towards the bottom lane. He's going to use that Oracles, make sure that there's no one spotting him. But while this is all happening, see the Shen on the top side of the map. There's the curtain call, knocked back on Mickey. Perks able to dodge towards the side. The Stand United coming into Perks as well. Hillsang's got the kill on Mickey, but there's the taunt on Selfmade. Caught underneath the tower for the moment. He tries to flash away, but cannot escape. G2 get their first kill of the game. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Bwipo and Wunder are fighting. Wunder's dodging around as much as he can, but Bwipo's winning out that trade.
Good skirmishing on the top side of the map, and a pretty even trade towards the bot side. FNATIC had their eyes on Perks, but they're going to settle for getting that kill onto Mickey, of course. There's going to be a trade. Ulti comes through.
Enchanted Crystal Arrow hits Hillsang. He's already used the dash to get away, and the flash taunt from Jankos finds its mark.
So confident fishing for these kills. You can see that Selfmade's come in. Hilly's open with the ultimate already, and here comes Gragas.
And Hillsang's going in for the engagement. Mickey's actually caught out just a little bit. The taunt comes down. Hillsang still on the front line. Cap's trying to get him from behind. Reckless trading onto Perks, and Perks will go down. So will Hillsang. Reckless going to try and do what he can with the captive audience, but Jankos is on the chase. Cannon barrage used. Reckless chained up, and a double for Caps.
Ends up being a 2-for-2.
On you, and Nemesis is now 15 CS behind, 2 kills behind, and going to struggle on this Orianna for the next while. Wunder trying to trade into Bwipo. Hexag automation follows Bwipo on the flash. Jankos coming in with the Stand United. And that is a...
I'll do you one better. I'll take Set. I'll do everything that he does and more. And I'm only going to further enable my 2 solo lanes.
Wunder's actually going to jump him onto Nemesis. Nemesis with the shockwave hits. 3 exhaust still there, but the arrow will chase him down. There's the taunt, and there's the kill to Perks, and it's all falling apart for FNATIC.
Well, look at the counterplay bottom. While it's all going wrong for FNATIC topside, Caps just picked up a kill.
Caps manages to
And he gets away!
Flashes away! He could go back if he wanted. Caps, he'll want a piece of this. He wants a little bit of the action as he dives forward onto Selfmade. The chains don't quite connect. Reckless forces away his...
I do agree with you. They need to make sure that they're more high percentage plays.
Hook's going to land here onto Wunder, and he is done now. Reckless takes the kill. 3-1-2 now on the Jip.
My favorite thing about that, though, was still the fact that there were 3 members of G2 in the river that were about to come down bottom, and now that they see that Selfmade's bot, Nemesis is in a lot of trouble.
Jankos looking for the taunt. Won't quite connect on it. Nemesis with the shockwave is actually going to pull Jankos back underneath the turret, and Jankos takes about 4 tower shots there. Perks still pushing in the mid lane, as Reckless and Hillsang will do the same in the bottom. Arrow lands alongside the Glacial Fissure. Nemesis knocked up, shut down, stunned up. Perks gets the kill, but a great knockback with the cast. Oh, Mickey dodges away from it, Selfmade. It's a game of inches, and he can't quite land it, and the Stand United from Jankos to get himself out.
You can see that FNATIC still recognize when and where they are strong. They know that the Shin ultimate is down for now, so they can kind of pick and choose where they want to attack on the map. And it was that Dragon as TP into the top lane. Wunder going deep.
Has the Hexag automated, going to dive onto Bwipo. Bwipo unable to walk out of the cage for the moment, but will have the flash up in just a second, and Bwipo is just forced away. Meanwhile, the mid lane tower, the target hit for G2 as they continue to up the tempo, up the pressure, and the arrow connects onto Hillsang. He'll be able to use his...
This is a long series. We'll see how things progress, so maybe FNATIC can still come back. But right now, Wunder has his eyes on Selfmade.
Yeah, Wunder diving in here. Selfmade's almost dead already. The arrow lands on Reckless, but he's going to cleanse it away. Wunder down to about a 3rd HP. Shockwave doesn't connect. Jankos still on the front line. Flashes over the wall. Reckless getting chased out by Caps. Caps looking to add some pages to that book. Gets the kill on the Jane. Glacial Fissure not quite connecting, but it's a 5v3 in favor of G2, and Caps isn't quite done yet. Bwipo, Nemesis, and Hillsang limping their way towards the bottom lane.
And G2 got what they want, though. You know, there's nothing for FNATIC to get down there. Maybe a pick off of Wunder, but meanwhile the rest of G2 immediately run towards the mid lane, shove those waves in, and we'll get better resets.
Yeah, the awkward thing for FNATIC right now is that they're stuck on the bot side of the map. Look at Shen and Ashe right now, just stealing the entire top side away. So Selfmade, he ends up dying, but he's got nothing to come back to on the map. All of his farm is being denied. He's now 2 levels down. Wunder gets engaged on.
Able to interrupt the hookshot wall dive there, but Mickey's still in range to make sure that Wunder didn't go down, and now Caps is on the chase. He's got 10 pages. He wants a few more names on his death note. Hillsang exhausted, Wunder almost down. Nemesis looking for the final auto attack, but he hasn't got the mana to do anything more. He flashes forward. One last auto attack will get the kill, but Caps...
What about the jungle difference? Because while we were talking about how to deal with the Caps problem, we were like, how does G2 deal with the Selfmade problem? Like, this man has been on a tear so far in playoffs.
Yesterday, do they have another answer? So For game one, I'm glad that the Shin came out. I'm curious if he'll get his hands on it again, especially if G2 close out this game.
Problem is, if you then leave up that ban, you have to see who else you can get rid of, as Whippo is dived in the top lane. No real escape for him. The taunt comes
Rest
down.
of G2 in the mid lane, and then have to rush over and save their solo laners.
Here comes the Shen again.
Cap's just like, oh, you thought you had a tower here, Nemesis? I'm afraid you do not. Jankos comes in with the Stand United, and Nemesis running for his life, just fighting to survive here as Jankos lands the taunt, and Caps will be gifted the kill for those Magi. Stacks minions. Okay, Cap.
He's actually going to live, isn't he?
He survives for the moment.
Run, Nemesis, run!
You have a lot more faith in Nemesis than I do right here. Caps.
Run to Baron, FNATIC, run to Baron!
But the problem is, like, what can FNATIC do, right? Like, we talked about their team fight composition, we talked about their possibility of long-range engage, but G2 are just that much stronger right now that even a good long-range engage will not work. TP flank here as Caps goes onto the back line. Wonder trading here with Whippo. And Whippo will put down the cannon barrage, and Caps almost just demolishes Reckless. Goodbye, Jin. 7 kills, 22 stacks on the Medjais. Caps is getting tired of reading. He wants to massacre FNATIC instead. Mickey diving in, Perks there, gets the concussive blows onto Hylissang's, and Caps is there for the follow-up. Good knockback from Selfmade, but you have to feel that's way too little, way too late as Caps once again jumps over the wall. And Selfmade will be taunted up. Caps goes legendary, 17 kills to 7 in 26 minutes. G2 are playing with FNATIC.
And Mickey is just keeping Whippo preoccupied. Notice that the TP is still available for Wonder, and he may well want to give that kill over to him. But this has just been nothing but systematic destruction from G2, attacking FNATIC across the map. The mid laner, the MVP of Summer, is sitting at 8.
Go down, Whippo now facing off against Caps. And it's less of a face-off and more of a one-sided brawl as Caps dives forward once again. Whippo trying to get underneath the turret. Change don't quite connect. Jankos still tanking it up. Caps dives forward once again. Whippo still surviving for a very long time here as Reckless now opens up. This would be a great kill for FNATIC to get, and Caps has gone way too far. The shockwave, oh, Caps still gets the kill! He's still in a 1v5.
Also,
Message received.
G2 also don't have to stop split pushing. Jankos is level 15. He's like the same level as
is that they kept saying it, you know, we no longer get to play the style that made us famous in this meta. We don't like to do it. And
they have tools to be able to win a big 5v5. It ultimately comes down to how easily can G2 break into the base of FNATIC.
Yeah, and that does start with dive potential. And if you look at the
sitting in their jungle, 3 men pushing in top. Wonder in the bottom lane as Whippo tries to trade onto him, but Whippo still only level 15. Wonder just dives forward. The cannon barrage comes out, but there's the Hexag Ultimatum, and here's Jankos. Whippo underneath the tower, surviving for as long as he can. Jankos able to flash away. The wall jump from Wonder will get him to safety. Jankos should fall here. Reckless just needs a final auto attack, but the curtain call comes out. Wonder's going to block a couple of shots here. Jankos trying to get out of the back of it. Wonder dodging to the side, dodging to the left. Selfmade flashing forward, does manage to kill the Camille. But meanwhile in the top lane, the shockwave's going to land. Caps has gone to mid, and Mickey's been caught underneath the tower. Hylissang on the chase. Perks is going to die here as well. Oh, he flashes away, and here comes Caps. Nemesis dies. Perks survives. Hylissang rooted up underneath the remnants of his tower, which was raised to the ground, but it now manages to get the shutdown from Reckless. FNATIC
or not. So notice how they're just kind of grouping up together as G2 look for the pick.
Selfmade has a really good flank position here. Hylissang's trying to trade back, but the rest of FNATIC have already left him. Hylissang's still alive here. Manages it to get out for the moment, still surviving. The shockwave coming down as well. There's the shutdown. Reckless finds one, Selfmade finds another, and Perks is going to eat up the curtain call. 2 shots taken. Caps still alive. The stopwatch used by Selfmade. Here comes Wonder from the side though. Whippo able to kill Perks, and this is a great fight for FNATIC. And we thought they were dead, we thought they were bad, but FNATIC are fighting back. Wonder has to flash away. Caps still up towards the top side of this, but Wonder is done for. One survives for G2. It's Caps is going to back, does have the TP, but won't be here in time. FNATIC with the Baron fighting back.
Which means that Jin is going to have kill pressure on anyone. He could 2-shot a LeBlanc.
Having the extra healing after Caps chunks someone out, having that sustain when Wonder's sitting on top of you can work so well. Selfmade just about able to survive with the stopwatch. Cap's going to pop one of his own. Hylissang trading off towards the backside as Mickey gets the kill on Selfmade. Wonder dives in, trying to get onto the backline. The Enchanted Crystal Arrow is going to hit Hylissang, and you can see how low Wonder is. He's down. Whippo trading with this as the shockwave hits 2. Reckless still alive. It's a 4v3.
In that small pocket of vision, Selfmade does the face check, and then lo and behold, Caps is lying to be able to get themselves a Baron.
It's gone. It's Ocean Soul for G2.
Block it, you have the Gargoyle Stone Plate. Hopefully they keep Reckless alive through Caps' burst damages. Caps probably going to trade his life here.
Yeah, he's got caught out. Shockwave comes down, but he's going to use the stopwatch. Gets the inhibitor. Meanwhile, the rest of G2 are setting up around this Baron. Hylissang's going to get caught out with the arrow. The rest of FNATIC on their way. The hook comes in. Hylissang still has the gargoyle, still has the redemption, still has a lot of shielding. Selfmade trying to get into the middle of the fight as the redemption comes out from Jankos. He's buntlining, knocked back by the Casker's perks. But G2 have been able to disengage. Hylissang survives. Here comes Whippo, teleporting behind them. Remember, he's got the GA, he's got the stopwatch, he's got a long way to survive. Nemesis stepping forward as the curtain call comes down, and Wonder rejoins the fight from the bottom side. It's a 5v4 in favor of FNATIC. Perks dived on by Selfmade, but he's going to flash out off the back of it. Whippo's still on that front line. Hylissang now going in, joining his teammates. Selfmade's down, Perks gets the kill. Hylissang stepping forward once again. Reckless trying to get the damage up, but those shots are too slow. They're too weak right now as Wonder dives forward, dives back. Incredible stuff from Wonder as he just
immediately starts pushing out the wave. And surely with the top inhib down, with the Baron now
to take everything off the map. G2 in a strong position here against FNATIC. They've been forced to show all of their cards. Caps going in. Look at that healing from the ocean. He's almost back to full HP. He was half just a second ago. Hook goes wide. Caps dives in once again, and Hylissang's going to have to walk his way back to the base. Get back to the Fountain of Youth because you are not long for the rift. Caps goes in. Nemesis flashes away. Wonder trading with Whippo in the bottom lane. Remember, Whippo still has the GA, so we'll come back. Heals himself up, but the inhibitor now in the mid lane has gone down. And G2 continue on the offensive. They continue to land punch after punch in the faces of FNATIC, and FNATIC can't get back off the map. G2 diving forward, diving the Nexus towers. Hylissang on the front line. The gargoyle's stone, but it's going to keep him healthy. Not back with Casker's Wonder as he goes onto the back line. Hylissang almost down though, and G2 are still so healthy. Perks hooked. He's still surviving the shockwave, just about able to take him down on Caps. Now low as well, FNATIC. They've done it. They found the fight that they were looking
Elder or not.
Look at Hilly. He's on the hunt.
for Wonder. Caps, oh, he's still in the bush. Banshee's there, going to keep him alive for the moment. Only 7 attacks on that Medjo. There's the cannon barrage. Caps trying to get away. Doesn't have flash. Gets rooted. Depth shot's going to chase him down. And there comes the damage. Caps is down. Jankos though with a double taunt trying to get onto Reckless. He has the Elder Dragon, just needs to get him down. Below 20% health, but he can't quite get close enough. Redemption used as well. TP into the base from FNATIC. They're seeing Enchanted Crystal Arrow. That goes wide. Wonder tries to stop the teleport from Nemesis because Nemesis was going back to the base to try and defend. And here comes the counter TP. Whipple's going to join the fray. Wonder's down. Shut down for FNATIC. And they still have all 5. Yeah, I think we do have to give credit to FNATIC as well. They have managed to find pick after pick. Selfmade pops the stopwatch. His team isn't here. There's no way they can help him. He tries to get away, but he's locked up, and Perks will get the kill. Elder remains on him. And now FNATIC, well, you've got your inhib in the mid lane up in 10. Bot lane 23 seconds, but there's a Baron in 24. You're a man down for the next minute. G2 just trying to break open this base. Perk's going to get hit with the depth charge. Knocked up. Hylissang diving onto that backline. Reckless opening up. Mickey down to half HP.
Good flash.
Dive forward. Nemesis is gone. Hylissang's gone as well. And Caps and Wonder dive onto the backline. And try as you might, FNATIC, you cannot stop the oncoming storm. G2 wipe FNATIC out of the rift. And we'll take Game 1 of this series in the longest game of summer.
You said it, Medic. FNATIC are making G2 sweat for it. This is only Game 1 of G2 FNATIC, but for now, G2 will lead the series.
Give me 5 games of that.
Obviously, you have the mixed damage too, because Corki does primarily magic. Like, what a crazy comp coming out from FNATIC. It's kind of got a bit of everything going for it.
Reset his position after full clear there, unless he wants to get a cheeky gank off onto Wonder and then reset. Push back to them and pick up all of this free juicy CS. But now, Hilly, his chance to roam. Will he try to follow up this TP?
Big great time to go in. Hylissang looking for it. Caps trying to trade onto Nemesis. The Ignite goes down. Caps flashes away, but is pulled back with Bone Skewer, and Nemesis can just auto him down. The Phosphorus Bomb is enough. Great roam from Hylissang.
To take this opportunity to talk about the top lane. Of course, there is a Zillion up there for those that were front to back. It's just that this Silas, to me, I think is going to be much harder to play the later the game goes on, just because of the big range difference.
I also think he's just the wild card there. And speaking of wild card, here comes Jankos.
Hylissang flashes forward. Hylissang no flash on him, and the showstopper will shut him down. Caps though traded. Nemesis misses the big one, goes in with a Phosphorus Bomb, and finds
comfortable on. And they're even able to set up for the Rift Tower.
Call of the Forge God coming down from Wonder. Selfmade smites for a bit of health. Jankos trying to trade into him, but Hylissang is here. Selfmade chrono shifted, brought back to life, and Wonder goes to an early grave. FNATIC are playing impeccably in this early game.
Yeah, and the confidence to take that fight knowing that you have Chrono Shift, but Mickey and Perks have reset. They're on the way for this Herald, and Herald, I feel like it's kind of a sunk cost fallacy. It takes so long for teams to take down, and it's taken long enough that G2 may steal this one away.
Whipper with the double bombs. Hook's gonna come out as well. Caps still stepping forward. Jankos gets the smite on the Herald. Caps misses the abduct, and the Enchanted Crystal Armor with the package. Root's gonna land with that last embrace. Wonder still underneath the tower. No Call of the Forge God. Onslaught of Shadows used by Selfmade. Wonder's got nowhere to go. Reckless will get the kill. FNATIC get their
I think the scaling is favored towards FNATIC. The fact that you have an AP top laner like Zilean, who is so powerful if you actually do give him a lot of gold with his ultimate alone, never mind the damage that he can put out with the bombs and how he plays across with Hecarim. And then Hecarim, Corki, and Cinna scaling, very powerful. So Jankos needs to start forcing some of these plays.
Showstopper into the arrow. No Chrono Shift actually just came back off, but
yeah, thank you very much. And again, they also don't need to force anything for the next Rift Herald. They can keep catching Caps off as much as they want.
Selfmade going in with the Onslaught of Shadows. Caps trying to trade onto him, but Selfmade just charges him down. Jankos on his way towards the bottom lane.
Flash.
Selfmade's dead.
Yes, he is. Okay, well that worked out better for
Great
Caps.
stacking that they need. There's a bit more onus on them to perform in the early game, so they really need these dragons to pay off. As Caps finds Hilly.
Bone Skewer used, Phantom Undertow as well. Here comes the arrow from downtown, doesn't quite connect. Caps trying to put the damage down with the Cannon Barrage. He's stolen from Nemesis, but here comes Selfmade once again, and Caps. I've seen this story before. Mickey there for a little bit of help.
As I say that though, they've now shifted it towards Nemesis so they can have pressure on this bot lane tower while it's traded for a Rift Herald. Actually really big, and now it's going to put so much more pressure on G2 to get more creative about
such a powerful position right now. Hylissang stepping forward once again. Jankos misses the facebreaker. Caps losing out in the 1v1 trades. He's going to pop the GLP, but Nemesis does still have the Valkyrie after using the package earlier on. And FNATIC are just continuing to keep G2 taken down a peg or two this split. We've seen a lot of people calling for him to be taken off the team as we see an engage on Sword of Shadows, diving straight into Perks, and Mickey just can't get away. Mickey already dead. Perks has to flash across the wall. Jankos trying to survive. Wonder trading in the top lane as Caps joins the fray with the TP. Haymaker popped. Jankos splashes the wall as well, and Selfmade's still on the chase here. Knocks Caps underneath the tower. The arrow misses. Chrono Shift coming out as well. The GLP used, but the bombs are too powerful for G2. They're retreating underneath their tower, and Reckless isn't done with them yet. Another bomb comes out, only hits the minions, but Selfmade knocks Wonder back against the wall. The Dawning Darkness is available for Reckless. Actually already used at the start of the fight, my mistake. Jankos though caught out with the last embrace, and he will fall. FNATIC. These slow, drawn-out fights as they continue just to chip away at G2 are working so well.
Yep, I made my decision. The longer a fight
The
goes
Zilean
on.
top, and now they are dismantling G2 in this game.
And I have to go back to the ban phase. G2 banned Lucian, Orianna, and Thresh. Yamato was asking yesterday, what is the purpose of these Thresh bans? He doesn't have a very high opinion of the champion. And I think, as Caps gets blown up by Nemesis here.
Dodges the death from below, and Nemesis is actually going to get caught underneath the tower, tanking it up. Death from below stolen away by Caps, doesn't get the kill. It's secured instead by Perks.
Classic caster curse as we continue there. Mickey.
Oh, Mickey's just dead. I think, like, he just can't survive that as a support. The Lulu has nothing available to him to get out of that last embrace used. Bone Skewer going to hit Wonder as well, but FNATIC find a quick counter kill.
Look how fast Hecarim is whenever he gets
So
sped up.
fast.
My point was, I feel like G2 need to respect the Hecarim more and possibly ban that champion because he's going back in for more.
It's cosplaying as Shadowfax this game. Chrono Shift used on Hylissang. He actually might be in a bit of a sticky situation here. Double bomb going to come out from Whipper with the stun. Caps rooted up as well with the last embrace. The Haymaker shield's going to keep Jankos alive for the moment as Selfmade once again just dives forward. Only brings back Wonder. Now here's the TP from Nemesis. He wants to rejoin this fight. He wants a little bit of the action. He wants a little bit of the body as the last embrace once again locks up Wonder. FNATIC get another. Oh, Self, what? What is that? He is the Bast, and he is now the...
FNATIC members want to kill him.
Here goes Selfmade. It goes forward, back, just looking for the tower right now. Call of Forge God's going to get used though. Wonder looking for Selfmade, trying to catch him out. The Onslaught of Shadows is available, but the arrow hits and he gets the Onslaught just in time. A little bit of a bonus. Teleport used here by Wonder in the mid lane. They want to fight over their right towards this dragon. Mid lane tower goes down. Ornament popped. I believe that is on Perks. He now has an Infinity plus one edge. Caps dives onto Nemesis, manages to catch him out, but there's the package has been used. And that's big for the next team fight. Caps very low on HP, but there's a honey fruit there for him to pick it up. Nemesis going to try and put the missiles in from the side. Wonder off the top side of this fight, unable to join it, and in goes the steal, and in goes Selfmade, dives onto the back line. Corner of the Forge God's being used as well. Showstopper popped on Hylissang, that's the only one to get it. Death from below doesn't quite hit Jankos, just about surviving with another Haymaker. Whipper comes back from the dead with the Chrono Shift, and now Caps has dived onto the backline and got the shutdown. Pops the stopwatch to keep himself alive, and Perks can step forward. He doesn't have to worry about the horse. He doesn't have to worry about FNATIC. It's a double for Caps. Reckless under the tower is going to fall as well. And it was an impeccable team fight from G2.
He's put into the mid lane. The smite was used on the dragon. He does have the smite available now, but it doesn't matter. Baron for G2 mile, but that was FNATIC when everything was set up for their success. Really fumbling, especially with that chrono shift.
Ooh, hang on a second. Let's have a look at the mid lane here. G2 and FNATIC going for a bit of a split difference of approach here. 3 members of FNATIC going to move towards the bot side. Now the reset's going to come through.
They have to end on this Baron.
Oh, the arrow going to interrupt Reckless. Will connect as well. They're going to delay. This should give G2 more than enough time to be able to break into the base. They still have the cannon minion.
They at least want the inhibitor here. They really need it from this. No.
Yeah, he's going to hold that line. Ooh, Whippo, though, could stun up Perks. Does, of course, have... We had the... Yeah, he does have the Mercurial Scimitar.
That is the turret down.
Ultimately comes down to execution. They may have caught out Wonder.
They may have caught out Perks. He's much more vital of a target. The bone skewer coming out. Perks with the wild go. Stopwatch used. Selfmade dives onto the backline. It's all on Caps now because Perks is down. Shut down by Nemesis. FNATIC have found the pick on the Ashe they were looking for. Now Caps gets the death from below, but no one's low. No one has a ticking health bar for him to dive in on, and Wonder's just getting chased down by the horse. You can't beat it, but it can damn well beat you as the dead horse continues to chase the Ornn through the jungle. Selfmade and Nemesis will get the kill, and FNATIC can look to break open the base.
And that is how that is supposed to go. Is of course even more gift wrapped by the fact that they found Perks of all people, but we knew that FNATIC was stronger right now. We knew that they would have the confidence. Massive turnaround as they should look to close.
Ooh, I think it's dangerous to try and end the game right now. I think double inhib into Drake is the safest play from FNATIC because Perks is going to be alive in 9 seconds. Of course, Wonder's still 30 seconds away, but with Yanko still up, with Caps level 17, I think this is the correct play from FNATIC.
Can they make FNATIC sweat for it? They did a little bit in the middle of the game as the arrow connects. No Caps is in the bottom lane. They know G2 are at a man disadvantage right now. You can see the shields from the Mountain Soul as here goes Selfmade, trying to dive onto the backline. Mickey is the target, Dawning Shadow not going to be enough. The Showstopper used as well, and Perks can open up with the range focus, but he's stunned. Wonder, however, has killed Selfmade. Now Caps has a perfect flank position with this TP. Hylissang skewers him, slows him, but is it going to be enough to keep FNATIC alive for the moment? Hylissang gets this, joins this fight. There's a Baron available. Let's have a look at how G2 are going to reset this. Reckless in the mid lane, Caps dives in, steals away the chrono shift, uses it on himself, and the bomb should proc it. Hylissang, though, dead from the death from below. Caps will flash away.
It was Perks' damage that really carried that fight through, forcing Selfmade out of the fight, and then fight space, constantly getting information, and now being that split push pike that he loves to be.
Reckless cleanses away. The Showstopper's going to go down. It's on Whippo. He's going to have to chrono shift himself. And here comes Selfmade trying to dive onto the backline. Knocks Perks back. The Call of the Forge God's coming out as well. Whippo, the chrono shift falls off and immediately Caps dives in. He steals away the onslaught of shadows. He's going to dive forward, but he can't quite get across the wall. Reckless, though, is down for the double. Meanwhile, Pyke in the bottom lane. Vedius, I've seen this before. I've seen Hylissang do this before. And it was FNATIC who took that game all the way back.
The TP flank.
Caps going in for the TP, but Hylissang can hook him out of it. Hylissang decides against it. Nemesis caught out with the arrow. They continue to chase on towards him, and Nemesis is dead. Elder Dragon up in 2 of their hands.
And FNATIC just need to reorganize how they're going to push onto these team fights. They need to make sure that Whippo stops getting caught out, that they can actually use the key ultimates where they want to. And now G2, probably on the back of this Elder, are going to try to force the end. FNATIC need to survive this and get another shot at how they want to run this composition.
And I asked if G2 could make FNATIC sweat. Well, I'm pretty sure they're sweating right now. FNATIC trying to defend. Minions pushing in the mid lane. There's a cannon there. It's stopped by the bomb for the moment, but Yanko's still just stepping forward. Doesn't really care. The chrono shift taken. Whippo's going to use it. Caps uses it on himself as well. Yanko's trying to get the damage down. Whippo's going to come back in, and Hylissang has already killed Wonder in the base. And now Whippo has to step forward. Reckless has to be there as well. Selfmade dives in with a stopwatch, but the Nexus towers are down. And FNATIC, from the jaws of victory, they find defeat. G2 will take game 2 in this series.
This was FNATIC's game to lose, Frost. We talked about it from start to end.
Again, he can itemize into the Hex Drinker. Again, you do give Caps one of his strong champions, but you just have to pick your poison. And this is about, again, FNATIC.
This is like, please, just let me farm. But all of G2 is like, no, 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 we play for Caps. You know we're going to play for Caps, and here comes Mickey once again.
Mickey looking for the hook there onto Nemesis. Nemesis still has the flash. Ignite is ticking, and Mickey goes in, swings the anchor, gets first blood to G2. Selfmade dashes across the wall here. Yanko's on the chase. End of the line's going to do quite a lot. There's the ignite. Mickey's going to fall as well. Selfmade gets his first kill of the game. And now
As long as these two iterations of these rosters has existed, what we've almost always talked about is how you can't allow Nemesis to fall behind Caps, because if you do, he's going to do things
dead.
like this.
Unleashed Power comes out, Dark Sphere is all he needs. Caps has Flash and Nemesis does not. And Vedi, you set it up beautifully. Caps, you can see him smiling in the player cam there as well. He knows that he has Nemesis's number.
He's consistently had Nemesis's number, and I think last year Summer Finals was when we saw these two players at their closest, when it was the Akali Sylas meta, when they were going toe-to-toe. But Caps, when he's in this position where he has these cover picks, these power picks, he's always the one looking to carry. Now Wonder doing the same in the top lane.
Call of the Forge God coming out from Bwipo, yet to see the 6 on Jankos. Good flash there from Bwipo, but the face breaker will chase him down, and Wonder will help Jankos secure the kill. Arrow hits Hylissang in the bottom.
This is one of my concerns with FNATIC's composition. They just want to sit back and just chill. And like, yeah, the fights happen because they're trying to reset waves. It's not like FNATIC were trying to fight right there, but you know that G2 are going to fight you and they're going to force.
Much appreciate that.
So isn't that skin actually the Conqueror skin from the MSI? They won as well. So he's using his own skin to try and land hooks at the moment, failing just a little bit. Tempered Fate hits onto Perkz, Selfmade on the chaser, and Perkz, even with the range's focus, just doesn't have the damage, stuck in the smoke screen, and FNATIC find a kill in the bottom lane.
So,
as quickly as he can with the summoners.
Medic.
Yeah?
You think that FNATIC aren't going to try to force this?
I mean, Caps is almost dead. Foster's bomb doesn't connect. Nemesis flashes forward, gets the auto. Jankos gets the dragon.
More than happy to take that trade. On top of the fact that Reckless gets more plates, Hook lands.
Mickey's going to step on a trap as soon as he comes out, eats a delicious cupcake. The arrow only hits onto Selfmade, and Mickey really doesn't have anywhere to go. Another trap goes down. Reckless gets
the game. Now let's see how Caps can influence the top side of the map.
Once again, roaming around. This is what he's done so well throughout the course of the split. Bwipo's going to call the Forge God. Hits it onto Wonder, but Wonder out of tower range. Unleashed Power used by Caps very early. Showstopper coming out as well. Bwipo survived for as long as he could. Hylissang, it comes in just a little bit too late.
Trying to make use of either Scatter the Weak, Ash Arrow, or Nautilus R.
Tempered Fate hits onto Mickey. He uses the Dredge line. Trap will do a little bit of damage. Scatter the Weak not quite going to connect. Here's the call of the Forge God as FNATIC try and turn it back around. Depth charge on Reckless doesn't quite connect as the ace in the hole comes out and slides its way all the way through the Perkz. Reckless weaved it through them as perfectly as he could. But Hylissang will fall, Selfmade will fall on the clapback, and Nemesis was not with the team for the majority of this. Mickey stepped very far forward. Nemesis comes in with the phosphorus bombs and will answer. Makes it
committed too hard because of the reasons you suggested, which was that Nemesis was not involved. So do I think this could have been a good fight? Yes. Do I think that it was poorly executed? Yes. Now the Drake fight is coming up. Let's see how this one goes.
TP coming into the middle of the fight. Wonder's going to be in a great position. Selfmade trying to get the dragon as Wonder joins the fray. Bwipo trading against 3 people, but he's already dead. Hylissang uses the Tempered Fate only on himself, and the Hemo plate gets onto the backline as Wonder dives forward. Hylissang walking his way, limping away from the fight. The dragon's gone down. Hylissang's gone down. Bwipo's gone down.
Yeah, there's nothing that they can do to stop this Vladimir. They are going to try to 2v1 him, see what Wonder can get done. No ultimate, does have flash.
Smokescreen comes down pretty early on, and here comes the TP. Cap's going to join the fight. Sanguine Pool used. Nemesis chunked out already, and Selfmade not able to hit the collateral damage. Caps can't quite hit the Dark Spheres as well. Showstopper used by Jankos to kill Nemesis, and here comes Perkz on the chase. 2 quick kills to G2, and in a matter of moments.
If that happened, because it wouldn't tell the story of how close these games have been, but things are falling apart at the seams. Maybe a comeback.
Hylissang hits the double Tempered Fate. Perkz caught out on the trap. Reckless trying to open up, but can't quite get the damage down. Perkz still alive. With that range's focus, going to keep himself alive for the moment. Caps has been exhausted. Bwipo diving forward. Perkz somehow survives, but Nemesis is going for it. He gets 2 on the back line. And now it's Selfmade, Reckless, and Nemesis trying to win this 3v1 Wonder, though. He's just diving towers. The Unleashed Power onto Nemesis is enough to get that kill. It's a double. And now Caps,
other than Tempered Fate and Ornn ultimate that FNATIC have, and that means that it's going to be that much harder for G2, or excuse me, FNATIC to face check into stuff like this.
Yeah, Selfmade's going to get arrowed here, just kept out of the fight. Nemesis, he ticks away. Caps takes him.
To repeat itself as another 3-0 for G2 is on the horizon. You can see how the momentum is shifting so rapidly, and he's level 15. It is the story of the solo laners. Jankos is setting them up for success, but this guy's a one-man army.
Hylissang's going to try and get away from this. They use the magical journey, but Wonder's very happy to follow them through it, and there pops
it ultimately comes down to these big objectives, the Dragon and the Baron.
I will say that FNATIC have done a good job.
So powerful in this fight. He's going to clear out the mid lane. Wonder coming in. Whipper trying to step forward. Perks doing what he can with the Blade of the Ruin King. Ace in the hole's going to land on the back line, but there's a showstopper used and Whipper's already dead. Wonder still doing what he can. Stepping forward. Nemesis forced away. Perks flashes forward looking for the kill. He will fall. Self-mid goes down. Nemesis goes down. Whippo goes down. And only Hylissang and Reckless are alive.
Now on the back half, they did manage to take down and survive Wonder. Reckless now coming back with the red buff. Can he save the day?
Hylissang flashes looking for the Cosmic Binding, but Reckless gets hooked and Caps unleashes the full force of Syndra straight into the face of his former teammate, and you have to think that's it. You have to think that between FNATIC and G2, it's always those magical moments that really shine, that really show who can win it in the clutch. Hook's gonna land here onto Whippo. Showstopper brings him into Hylissang, and Hylissang is popped in the middle of a magical journey, and now Whippo gonna use the Core of the Forge God trying to survive. FNATIC gonna try and open up, see if they can get into this fight, but Whippo's already done. He's dead. G2.
Follow-up. Right now, it is just a lot of inting.
And G2 just looks so convincing in this third game. Wonder and Caps have come up huge. And of course, shout out to Jankos. None of this would be possible if it weren't for his early game investment. But Wonder has found Reckless, and I think that'll be his grave. G2 will cement their victory by taking down the star of FNATIC with no Caitlyn left to stand in their way. G2 are on track to secure their 8th European title.
The thing is that people always want to count them out. They struggled, the desperation coming in through Haley, but there's nothing you can do. You can never count out G2. If you get tired of hearing it, we get tired of saying it, but I never get tired of watching it.
Oh, Perks has just been caught out there. Caps has the unleashed powers, used it, Nemesis forced away. It is a 4v3. Wonder's still stepping forward, just straight into the faces of FNATIC through the base. He pops Graves where he stands. Selfmade can do nothing as Wonder continues to tank turret after turret and then dies. Top lane inhibitor has fallen. Mid lane's going to follow shortly after. G2 a little bit greedy in a couple of those plays. Rapid fire cannon. The tools are there. The question is, can you keep G2 at bay? Can you hold them at arm's length for long enough for that Caitlyn to open up, for that sniper to find its shots? Because right now, G2 just continue to step forward, continue to barrel down the base of FNATIC. And FNATIC, there are so few ways left back into this game.
I just think the itemization is not... I don't think there's anything Reckless can do here. Here's a deep teleport. This is it. This is desperation.
That's
the last
huge.
attempt.
Triple Tempered Fate going in with the package. Mickey on the front line. Caps is already dead though, and the unleashed power coming out. Perks is down as well. It's huge. It's 3 kills for FNATIC. Oh, Reckless has no one there. He's going to put the traps down to try and keep Wonder at arm's length, but can't do it. And now Wonder's on the chase, and there's the TP. And you can see, actually in the base, it's Caps. Caps is going in for the win. What a G2 way to close out this game. Wonder will kill Reckless. Jankos goes in and helps them get Hilly. And Caps is in the base. 10 splits. 8 titles. G2 are the greatest team we have ever produced in Europe. And they go back to back to back to back and win the summer season. Any team ever.
They have 4 times as many titles as FNATIC.
Since they joined the league,
Yeah.
yeah.
And
It's actually incredible.
I mean, the craziest thing about that is the consistent factor has been Perks. You know, we often talk about him like, while he wasn't the standout in this series today, I think that he's always someone you have to talk about when it comes to one of the greatest European players that we've ever had, one of the most successful for sure. And he, alongside G2, are looking to continue their dominances. They're getting in position, they're getting camera.
You ready?
Wonder's really trying to help them.
Oh, Perks is now there. There we are. Congratulations, G2. You are a summer champions.
I feel like Caps is the only one really putting his back into this. You know what I mean?
He carried for the rest of it, so someone else has to carry the trophy for him. That's how it works. Perks, of course. What a difficult year it has been at times for that man. You can see a smile coming onto his face there. The LEC Summer Champions G2 Esports, the only team in Europe ever to win it 4 times in a row. Now the only team to ever win it 4 times in a row twice, because they did it from 2016 to 17 and now from 2019 to 2020. Caps are MVP alongside our champion.
You
for
can't hate
summer.
Caps' face. He's just so happy. He's so pleasant.
Wonder
Wonder's a
there,
giant.
getting ready for his WoW raid later on. And of course, Pinoy, their sub, who played for them when Perks was away.
Yeah, definitely a valuable honorary member of the team. grabs naturally being left out as is tradition.
Are they going to hand it to grabs? Oh!
It's like, how many drafts did it grabs in today? Can we start giving the trophy? But you have to give the guy credit. Like, there's a lot of jokes, a lot of memes about his drafting, but consistently G2 find a way to win with these drafts. And we'll soon get to hear from the G2 players as they just secured their 4th title in a row.
Well, thank you for having me. It is pretty nice, yeah. We got the 4 in a row. I'm happy that we won today. Yeah.
I can imagine. I mean, it's strange because when we look at G2, the way you play, you lost against FNATIC last week. Rogue brought you to game 5 yesterday. So tell me about the result today. What did you expect coming in today and your take on the series as it went?
We definitely expected to have easier, maybe not games against FNATIC, but drafts. I think the drafting against Rogue is a bit harder, I would say, and that's why they actually took games of us. I think in the games we won against Rogue, we won like more convincingly, because I still think FNATIC gives more of a resilience in game. But when Rogue has a good draft, they are like, they're very good and they have more drafts, I think, ready. So preparing against FNATIC is always, I don't want to like bash them, but kind of easy against them. Like, we know what they're gonna play, and yeah, I guess we were just like more willing to give some champions to them than to Rogue.
All right.
So yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, there's been an evolution throughout the series here, because the first game was what it was. I don't even know how to call it, but I mean, when you look at the third game, you guys progressed, I feel. So is there anything you understood about FNATIC throughout the series, or what is your take on this?
No, I mean, I think the first game, I think Wunder and Caps were just a bit inting on Silent, if I remember right. So that's why the game was like a bit harder. So I mean, he got really fed on LeBlanc, and Camille was pretty strong in the game. But then, like, we are kind of first time actually playing this comp, like with Chen. So we were getting overexcited and wanted to kill people with Chen ult and Silent the whole time. That's why I think we was a bit messy. We didn't actually practice this comp. We just saw TSM played yesterday. And then we thought it made sense. We should play today as well. And we did, so I'm pretty happy for that. Thank you, TSM. And I think game 2, we had a hard draft to play. I think that draft, they were good. They prepared well. They changed up their picks. I think the game could have. Yeah, Zillion top. Yeah, that game could have gone either way, I think. Our early game was like a bit bad, so they could snowball. But I feel like late game we should be winning with our champs, so that's why we won late game. I think, yeah, that game was the closest one to lose, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, a convincing series regardless from you guys. And I mean, when you look at summer for G2, it hasn't been the easiest journey. I mean, and also for you on a personal level. So what does it mean to finally be back on top of Europe here?
I mean, I'm just very happy that we are bringing it back up, our play, and also the amount of effort we put. I am not necessarily happy that we won, because it's just it's kind of more relieving. Like, it's more a relief at this point than like being super happy, which is kind of sad. But I can't do anything about that. But I'm happy with the way we perform and the way we play, and that we talk a lot, and that all feels very good. Pretty happy with my performance as well. So I'm just generally grateful for the fact that we got to come back, and that we were like one game away from just not making playoffs, basically. And that was also against Rogue. So thank you, Rogue, for helping us out, twice this split. But yeah, I mean, I'm just grateful for my teammates, and the club feels good.
You had an amazing split, and I mean, the way you guys managed to bounce back is really amazing to see. And I mean, you won, which means that you also get to avoid Dam 1 as Seed 1, which is going to be interesting for Worlds. And talking about that, you will have to leave for China shortly, I guess. So any first impression on going to Worlds for another time here, and the teams you expect to face, or players looking forward to facing here?
I guess like I feel like all of it is a bit with the whole travel we're gonna have and quarantine, but I'm very excited to play on stage again, like having low of ping. But I realize that what I really love about this job is the travels and the people that come and support us, like so many people, and the energy that gives you. I feel like that's something I'm missing a lot right now. I still have the motivation to play and perform just for the sake of my fans and my teammates.
Yeah.
But that extra rush of playing on stage in front of many people is something I'm missing. So I'm sad that we won't experience that this year. But other than that, I'm very excited to compete again, because Worlds is kind of like the peak of League of Legends, right? You get to play against all the best players in the world. And that's just what feels really rewarding at the end of the year, like actually seeing how good you match against everyone else. So Chinese bootcamp is going to be really fun. Looking forward to solo queue. And I'm just a bit like skeptical of traveling, you know, and all that. But
It's
it is how it is.
It's a strange setup this year, but I mean, I hope you're going to have a good run at Worlds to make it right, at least. And before I let you go, is there anything you would like to say to the fans who've been cheering for you, regardless of the troubles you were going through this split?
Well, like nothing too specific, besides the fact that the G2 army is very very nice towards us. I feel like it's growing every year, and since I've started basically in 2016, I feel like it has grown quite a bit of an army. So I'm very grateful for all of you guys who do watch our games and are happy when we win. And I'm also like a bit sorry for you guys, because our games are very stressful, but it also is very stressful for me in game. Playing AD carry and just like not really know when it's gonna be a flip or not. So I have the same as you guys, don't worry about it. So we are like living through it together. I can feel you guys, and yeah, keep supporting us. Thank you.
It is a roller coaster all the time, for sure, but we're lucky to have you guys in the league. Thank you very much, Perks, for the interview, and congrats
Thank you for
once again for winning the summer title. And we're going to take a break then, and we'll come